Francois Hollande, I will be president of all the French. Francois Hollande has been elected France's first socialist president for 17 years. Also on the programme, pictures give rare glimpse into life under the British Raj. And Dancing Dog Pudsey through to Britain's Got Talent final. Good morning, I am Gary Pendlebury. Francois Hollande has been elected France's first socialist president for 17 years. He received 52% of the vote against 48% for the incumbent Nicolas Sarkozy. The front page of the left-leaning newspaper Libération ran the headline, "Normal," a reference to the new president's image as a man of the people. The new president's honeymoon period will be brief. He is expected to be sworn in on May the 15th and will travel to Berlin shortly thereafter to challenge Germany's focus on austerity policies. Mr. Hollande ran his campaign on egalitarian principles, arguing against the consensus in Brussels that the austerity is the way out of the Eurozone crisis. Mr. Hollande also spoke of plans for France's economy. "My mission now is growth. I will be saying this to the Germans." Today, Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel said that she would welcome Mr. Hollande's contribution to the debate, but that is the fiscal pact that is non-negotiable. Earlier, Mr. Sarkozy conceded defeat shortly after polls closed, telling supporters that Francois Hollande is the President of France and that he was taking responsibility for the defeat. Hinting about his possible political future, he said he would become a French among the French. Supporters of the outgoing French president sobbed as Nicolas Sarkozy conceded defeat at the presidential elections. Meanwhile, supporters of Francois Hollande celebrated outside Socialist Party campaign headquarters in Paris. There were both cheers and jeers for the presidential candidates when the results were announced. West Mercia police have confirmed they are investigating the unexplained death of a teenage girl at a campsite in Brucknell, South Shropshire. 3 other people have been taken to hospital and are described as being in a serious condition. A host of stunning pictures documenting life in India over 100 years ago have been found in a shoebox. A total of 178 plate glass negatives were found inside a size 9 Peter Lord shoebox by the Royal Commission on the Ancient and Historical Monuments of Scotland in Edinburgh. They are said to have been taken at the time of the British Raj, and it is thought the negatives have been untouched for almost 100 years. Archivists at RMA-HMS have already confirmed that some of the images were definitely taken in 1912. King George V and Queen Mary visited Calcutta, the only monarch to visit the subcontinent as emperor. Little is known about the images or the photographer, prompting a search for clues as to his or her identity. One theory is that the photographer was a British civil servant in Calcutta, or was connected to the jute trade, as many Scots were said to be at the time. RCMA-HMS hopes that members of the public and photography enthusiasts might be able to help trace whoever took the beautiful images. Pudsey the dancing dog and his partner Ashley stole the show in the first live Britain's Got Talent semi-final, flying straight into the final last night. The pair won over the judges and topped the public vote after pulling off a routine reminiscent of a scene from The Artist. Welsh male choir Only Boys Allowed are also jubilant after their high Italia votes took them through to the final when the judges were split. But Manchester boy band The Mend were sent home disappointed after losing out to the 140-strong choir, vowing, however, to keep going 100%. 12-year-old Lauren Thalia from Hampshire won rapturous applause with her soulful guitar performance, but it was not enough to see her through to the next stage. Also in the semi-final, Sapar Tafari from Manchester was forced to explain his lyrics about his phone and his keys to a Curious Cowl. Essex six-piece jive aces dazzled in yellow as they gave the bare necessities their all. London hip-hop dance act United We Stand got their thumbs down from the judges. R&B singer Rachel Noland from Kent rolled back the years by singing Be My Baby, and Annalisa Ching from Beaconsfield via China gave an energetic violin performance. But all were booted out when the phone lines closed. The second live semi-final is on at ITV1 tonight at 7:30. Okay, papers now, and the Times says France turns left with revolt against austerity. The Independent says France turns left. The Guardian also again has a similar story. A new start. President Hollande vows to change Europe's course. The Daily Mail says au revoir austerity. The I newspaper, Europe's voters turn their backs on austerity. The Daily Telegraph says we risk looking like accountants. A different story on the Mirror says girl gassed by barbecue in family tent. We reported on that this morning. The Sun says bunch of Jessies, that's related to Britain's Got Talent apparently. And finally the Daily Express says all migrants to get a British pension. That is the headline, and all of the headlines on the newspapers this morning. Well, that's the way the news looks this morning. Meanwhile, from all of us here, for now, goodbye and thanks for watching.